Hello and welcome to True News JA.
Several people were rushed to the hospital Monday morning after a 7-vehicle crash on the Spur Tree Hill Main Road that links St. Elizabeth and Manchester. The crash was reportedly due to an oil spill. Head of the St. Elizabeth Police, Acting Superintendent Coleridge Minto, says members of the constabulary were among the injured.
There's a current oil spill along the Spur Tree Main Road. As a result of this oil spill, several vehicles have met in accidents at various sections along the road. As a result, the police have blocked off the road, and so the road is now impassable. We're asking motorists to use alternate routes and to expect significant delays until the fire people would have cleaned this roadway as well as would have cleared the roadway. As it is now, there's one member who is now trapped in the vehicle and is now being rescued by the personnel on the scene from the fire department.
Meanwhile, Acting Superintendent Minto says they're carrying out their investigations to establish if a truck was responsible for the oil spill.
We're understanding that truck drove through and may have been leaking oil. And so there's an investigation ongoing as we check to see if we can identify that particular truck. As we speak now, the Jamaica Eye system has been engaged in the Santa Cruz area to see whether or not the truck passed through that area. And we would have notified the police also in Westmoreland, Hanover, in the event it travels that direction.
The 14-year-old mother and her baby who were reported missing have returned home. An Ananda alert was first sent out for the female identified as Kamika Brown and her 3-month-old daughter Devian Brown, of Brixton Hill District Macho, Clarendon on Thursday, January 11th. Reports from the Macho police are that at about 9 a.m., Kamika was last seen at home leaving for school, with her baby. Police in a follow-up release said the mother has returned home and both are said to be in good health.
And in other news,
DNA results have failed to implicate the man charged with the killing of 15-year-old Shena Gray, Gregory Roberts, to the scene of the crime. And while Roberts' co-accused, Mario Morrison, has been implicated, the DNA results also suggest the possible presence of a third person.
The stunning revelation came in the St. James Circuit Court on Monday during a DNA analysis presented by the Chief Forensic Officer for the DNA Unit of the Institute of Forensic Science and Legal Medicine, Dr. Crystal Beapot. From the inception of the case, Roberts had maintained his innocence and instead pointed the finger at Morrison. Morrison pleaded guilty in September 2022 after entering a plea deal with the state and was sentenced to life in prison a month later. On Monday, Dr. Beapot, who testified via a remote link, said a review of the findings were certified and submitted to the court. Analysis was done on mucus, vaginal and anal swabs taken from the body of Gray. Analysis was also done on hair samples, a condom found at the crime scene in Irwin St. James, and Gray's phone. On December 7, the then crime officer for St. James, Senior Superintendent Wayne Josephs, told the court that Roberts claimed in a caution statement to the police that he was not present when the teen was stabbed to death by co-accused Mario Morrison. Gray, who was a 10th grade student at Green Pond High, was found dead 3 days after she had been reported missing. She was last seen alive in Montego Bay while on her way home from the funeral of a schoolmate. Roberts and his co-accused Mario Morrison were later taken into custody in connection with the killing. Dr. Beapot is the second of 4 witnesses to testify to date for the defense. The case continues on Tuesday.
The new social housing program, giving hope to the poor, transforming lives, transforming houses, from this to this, building a better Jamaica.
The National Water Commission, NWC, says several steps will be taken to reduce the impact of a 3-week-long disruption in the water supply of residents in several sections of St. Catherine and St. Andrew. This as the NWC is set to start rehabilitation works at the Bybrook facility in St. Catherine. Acting Corporate Public Relations Manager at the Commission, Delano Williams, says the well repair will start on Tuesday.
This means that the system will be shut down for cleaning, for sterilization and upgrade works to allow us to extract what the facility is licensed to extract. So this will, in the long term, provide water supply reliability to a number of communities, including Portmore and sections of Spanish Town Road. Now, the work is slated to be undertaken between January 16th through to February 6th. So that's exactly 3 weeks.
Thousands of customers are expected to be affected by the disruption. The NWC says recent data on the Bybrook facility showed that 25% of the more than 600 feet deep well is now filled with debris. It added that holes which allow water to pass through the well casing have been blocked. Mr. Williams says a number of measures will be implemented to assist affected customers.
Alternate sources are going to be providing water for a number of communities in the Kingston and St. Andrew area, and the Portmore area will also have a slight reduction in the volume of water that originally goes in. But we have taken these steps to ensure that no single community will be out of water for greater than a 24-hour window. Some communities will have water at somewhat lower pressures for some times of the day. If there are any areas that cannot be adequately piped, those areas will be providing targeted trucking, or at the very extreme, we will introduce diversion of water measures.
Delano Williams, Acting Corporate Public Relations Manager at NWC. The areas to be impacted include Kent Village, sections of Spanish Town Road, Moline Road, Washington Gardens, Christian Gardens and Christian Penn, Newland Road, Cumberland, Cedar Grove, Edgewater, Waterford, Gregory Park, Breaton, Independence City, Eltham Acres, Keystone, Greendale, Ensom Acres and Pattern Park among other.
Hi, I've gotten a message for the Prime Minister of Jamaica, Mr. Andrew Holness. The Spirit of the Lord has given me a warning for you. The Spirit of the Lord says to tell you that the next election, your position will be taken from you and given to another. The people of Jamaica will reject you because you've eaten the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. You have spread your bed with the Eden, and God is not pleased with you. Therefore, you shall be removed. Please take heed. Put the country of Jamaica on a 3-day fasting, as Jonah went to warn Nineveh, and the king obeyed, and put all his people, including the animals, on a 3 days of fasting. Mr. Andrew Holness, warning comes before a great fall. Doesn't matter what you do. If you don't take the godly way, you will never sit on that throne for the next election. Set the Spirit of the Lord. Shalom.